But yeah, this is the latest map here for the Southern Command. More buildup here south of Puerto Rico. Little graphic. I put it in Stocky's Daily News if you want to check on it. But we got the Reaper drones. We've got the Coast Guard cutters up there. We got the Poseidon aircraft, the Viking F-35s there. And then we've got some major not carriers, but we got a lot of ships building up. Again, doesn't mean that, you know, we're going to fucking war or something like that. This is just posturing right now. And I think the reason is, and it's going to sound messed up, but I don't care because we just have to talk. We just have to talk about things how they are without like, you know, sitting here being like, oh, let me be careful not to offend anybody. We are trying to strong arm Venezuela for oil. That's what we're doing. We are pulling a Banana Republic 2.0. Instead of dole and bananas, it is oil. We are trying to strong arm Venezuela in their weakened state for their oil, because it is it's very close to us, easy to refine if we have to refine it. Otherwise, to have HP and BHP and everything go in. Also, isn't their oil very low quality though? That's why they're trying to drill in the Amazon right now. I mean, it's not just oil. There's three things to keep in mind here, okay? There's three things to keep in mind here. I'm not going to do a whole history here because I feel like everybody is pretty much either aware of why and when the U.S. destabilized South America. Part of the reason the U.S. destabilized South America was because they were the only land threat the U.S. faced. The U.S. is very isolated to the rest of the world because we have two oceans on both sides of us. So up until recently, when there was the ability of intercontinental ballistics and you know, the space, you know, space opened up to us, the only real way to attack somebody was land and sea, and a little bit by air. We were too far away. It's why World War I, World War II, we were so, you know, we were able to do what we did. South America was the only thing that had, you know, a lot close enough and had the ability for ground invasions. And so we basically destabilized them. We destabilized them for a lot of reasons, but that was one of them. A lot of resources, too. I'm not going to go over Banana Republic. Also, shout out to Gwen Stefani for making sure I never spell banana wrong. We've gone over Iran-Contra, okay? We've gone over a lot of these things. We've gone over Panama. Now, here's the thing. Venezuela is an easy target, and there's three main points, in my opinion, because everyone's going to be different, as to why we are escalating with Venezuela. Number one, oil. Okay? That's not the number one reason, but the first point is oil. Yes, it is not the quality of oil from Canada. We'll take theirs soon, okay? Or Russia or Norway or something. It takes more work to get out of there, but it's still having control over it means that you get to have that part of the market set up, right? Like you own that part of the market, okay? This is also, like with the Banana Republic, about private corporations. PBR, Shell, and CVX, all trying to get a piece of that pie down there, especially the disputed territory. Okay, that's number one. Private corporations, little scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing, you know. Number two, Panama Canal. I don't think people understand how important that fucking little you know, cut of land is. Now I'm gonna do a whiteboard on what happened building the Panama Canal. One of the most fucking egregious things ever. But Teddy Roosevelt's our hero. What they did and how they did that. Whatever. Panama Canal is very, very, very important, especially to the Western world. Okay, that is the lifeblood of moving things, you know, by sea, from one sea to another. Okay, because it just is. Okay, China wants to get involved with that. The U.S. wants control over that, and we're not going to be able to own Panama, but if we have, you know, a lot of influence in Venezuela, well, guess what? Now we're not incurring on anyone's waters when we try to do some patrols or try to show some muscle and might, okay? That's number two. Number three, and this is going to be the controversial one, drugs. I'm just going to say drugs. Does Stocky mean stop drugs? Does Stocky mean CIA using drug profits to destabilize U.S. interests, domestic or abroad? There could be a lot of different things here. You know, I mean, these are just small things. You know, I don't know. Also, partially number one again is resources. Venezuela has a lot of untapped resources. In my opinion, this has very little to do with stopping cartels. That's not what this is about. If you wanted to destroy the cartels, you would just decriminalize drugs in America. Day one. That would destabilize. That would save the government hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars every year. It would collapse the cartels everywhere if you ended the war on drugs. But that's a whole other conversation. This is why that people online are really. I had a video about the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, and the comments were like, "This guy claims that he's non-political, but he's just got a liberal bias on everything." I'm like, that's a liberal bias. Like, how far are we extreme that my takes are a liberal bias? Like, I'm just telling you the money. Money is not liberal. It's not conservative. It's not tanky. It's not MAGA. It's just money. I'm not saying, oh, we should decriminalize drugs because everyone's free to get high. No, I'm saying, like, if you wanted to destroy the cartels and you wanted to save hundreds of billions of dollars, you would end the war on drugs. A failed war, but, can't seem weak. So this idea that we're spending and doing all this to Venezuela to take out the cartels, really? I've seen you online called every part of the political spectrum. It's kind of impressive. I know. I take because here's the thing. The reason that happens is because I just give numbers and I just try to be as factual as possible with things. But because of that, whatever the narrative has been fed to somebody, if it goes against that, I'm obviously the other side of whatever they believe. So that's why that's beautiful. That means that, like, I'm delivering it the right way. When you're a real libertarian, I'm not a real libertarian. First of all, there's no such thing as a real libertarian. And second of all, I wouldn't consider myself a libertarian. At least not in the way that party is right now. Like, I'm not, no, okay. Even though I voted for Gary Johnson for president in 2016 and I have a libertarian shirt and stuff like that, that's all good and great, but I don't identify with that because some of their takes are a little bit, there's some things I think there are some things that the government should be involved in, make illegal. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, a lot of destabilization. We've gone over the Iran-Contra. We've gone over the Banana Republic. We've gone over the destabilization. This isn't about stopping cartels. Why are we not parked outside of Mexico? Why are we not parked outside of Colombia? Actually, one of the crazy things that cartels are getting a lot of money is I should do a whiteboard on that. What's the name of that pass? The one from Ecuador to Panama. That's like so hard to do, but everyone has to trek through it, and the cartels, like, you have to pay the cartels to get through there. I forgot. It's insane.